You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show.
Is this the original WrestleMania?
You damn Skippy!
Oh, yeah.
29 years ago today, professional wrestling was not just put on the map, because it already was on the map, but it was brought to a global scale. 29 years ago, one of us sitting here tonight was not even born.
Can you guess who?
Yeah. Look at the four of us, and who looks attractive enough to be under 30? Just take a wild
Oh,
guess.
thanks, Johnny. You're so sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Go Home Monday Night Raw After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. Johnny LaQuasto here next to me. You can find her on the Twitter at Catherine Kelly.
Hey.
What's up, girl?
Not much.
Okay.
Missed you guys the last couple weeks.
I know.
Feels longer than that, to be honest with you.
No, I guess it's good to have the team all back together again, the A-team.
We have to.
I know.
Right before we leave again.
Right before.
That's true. We won't be here next week. Let's not worry about it. Across from me, you can find him on Twitter at TheWalkingDale. He is me compadre. He is me amigo, and he's back after an absence just for you.
With some champagne.
With some champagne, some champagne.
Oh, hello.
He's always vets for business.
How are you doing, darling?
It's the Walking Dale.
Champagne first, real friends, real pain first, champagne.
Dale Rutledge, we're having drinks tonight.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you.
It's like we're on that flight to New Orleans already.
I have mentally checked out, if that matters.
Exactly. I'm gonna pretend I'm in first class, like, hey waitress, could I have a drink?
They're not waitresses.
Calling them waitresses. I don't know.
All class.
And next to Dale, he's the hottest free agent, I think, on AfterBuzz TV, because this is third week in a row. Is it third or fourth week in a row?
This is the hat trick, third show.
The third show in a row. Find him on Twitter at Eric Barnes.
Eric Barnes. I am not the Eric Barnes. I cannot. I don't have that lofty of a title yet.
He is also not Eric Rowan, contrary to popular
I
belief.
am not Eric Rowan. Although maybe I am.
All right, that was a nice little music came back just for you.
A little celebration.
Eric Barnes, what's up, my friend?
Everything above me. How about you, LaQuasto?
You know, I can't disagree with you on that one.
I have a sheep mask in the car if you need it.
Oh,
Don't ask questions.
Oh no,
We're here.
I'm glad that you do have it because I will need it.
Don't you have a lantern too? You have a lamp.
I bought the Wyatt package. I'm not going to lie.
Wyatt package.
Does it come with a Tommy Bahama shirt and a straw fedora?
No shirt, but it does come with a fedora.
Okay.
Mask and a little baby lantern. It's the smallest
baby-
little lantern you've ever
What
seen.
about a beard?
Yeah. What about
In
a
case
beard?
you don't have one.
Beard doesn't come with it.
Jumpsuit?
Beard sold separately.
Beard sold separately, no jumpsuit.
Incredibly white pants?
It was $17.
$17.
Wow,
come with
that's a
that many
steal
things.
though.
I'd buy the Wyatt package.
Even if someone's like, hey, your lantern's small, you could be like, well, that's what she said, and then just move on.
Yeah, jokes
right.
aplenty.
Washington, D.C., the final Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania 30. I mean, it's been building up. We've been thrilled the past couple of weeks, and tonight is no different. We're ready for WrestleMania 30. And I think this Raw was, you know, we had some interesting matches. Because anytime you have the Raw before a pay-per-view, you're going to have some matches where you're just like, all right, that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Matadors, whatever.
Well, when there's a 30-man match coming,
Yeah.
you got to have some throwaways, you know,
Yeah.
I guess.
You literally have to chuck him out.
Chuck Rey Mysterio out of the ring.
Oh, my goodness.
Throw him away.
Hey, Rey Mysterio had it coming when he did the Ric Flair cowardly, please, no,
Yeah.
on his knees. And then did a 619 right into Big Show's batch. And that's, that was no
Yes,
fun.
he did. I'll tell you what, that eye poke never gets old.
Never. Classic.
We won't say who did it, though, because you
No.
had to wait for it. All right, we start off Monday Night Raw. God, it's good to be back here. You miss 1 week and you miss it.
Well, we missed you too, Johnny.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I was
Wait, you were gone last week?
The shush.
Oh, snap, Kathy,
I
snap.
keyed. It was miserable. I hate leading.
You were so good. Last
You
week's
did a
episode.
great job.
I'll tell you, I
I'm
watched.
terrified because I'm worried that everyone's going to call me out that I don't know anything about
No.
wrestling.
You were really good. I watched in my
got your
hotel. I watched in my hotel and I was like, damn, this show's really good.
Yeah, Johnny was sad. I saw some of the comments. They liked it without him.
Oh, yeah. I know. Which is understandable. It was a great show. I get it.
No, who
But
always
man.
gets sad when you're not here and he shows up? Ken Nabzok. Every single time he's like, wait, Johnny's not here? And he like
No, we're good buddies.
gets really bummed.
We've actually been in a wrestling ring and we've screamed at each other before. Actually, he screamed at me and I just laughed.
Yeah.
But
Sounds romantic.
Yeah, we had a bit of a thing going on. That sounds weird. But it's good to be back. Las Vegas was fun. Shows are great. Brad Garrett Comedy Club. Shout out to you guys. It was so much fun. Thanks for having me. Anyways, Undertaker makes his way to the ring to start off Monday Night Raw, and 37 minutes later, he takes the microphone. He says. Actually, he gives Brock Lesnar. Is it a euphemism? What can we call it, Dale?
It was like an analogy of drowning, I guess.
One of the writers of WWE this past weekend rewatched Jaws.
or Overboard with
Overboard.
with Goldie Hawn.
Titanic, maybe. I don't know. Either way, it was a weird. It took a little too long. But
Sharknado, any of those.
Fair, very fair.
yeah, good old Sharknado. Which Kurt Angle is in the sequel, by the way.
Shut up.
Oh.
Sharknado 2, Kurt Angle.
I can't wait.
That's official?
That is official.
How did he not
you-
tell
do you-
us that when we talked to him?
It wasn't official when we talked
Did
to
he,
him.
what does he play? Does he play a cop?
He
I
is-
bet he plays a cop.
He is the NATO.
A what?
Kurt Nato!
Kurt NATO.
Tornado!
It's
Just
true.
German suplexes spinning around all over.
He German suplexes all the sharks.
All the sharks.
Oh my god.
So you guys have already seen
all
it.
the all the building, every skyscraper
I got
is
it.
German.
He German suplexes the shark and then he ankle locks Ian Ziering till he taps out. That's the movie. Oh my god, that's so
Perfect.
cool. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Now,
so look for that.
If we see him in New Orleans, that is going to be the first thing I talk to him about.
Oh, absolutely.
They got rid of Tara Reid, but they brought Kurt Angle in. That's a plus in my book.
Angle's going to be in New Orleans?
Yeah,
I didn't.
WrestleCon.
going to be at WrestleCon.
Oh, I did not know that.
Sure,
Okay.
he's going to make an appearance.
I was unaware that TNA wrestlers could participate in WrestleCon.
Oh no, TNA they can do whatever they want because, as you know, contract situations there.
Yeah, all right.
It's a loosey-goosey.
A little bit.
Goosey-goosey.
That's a technical term, though.
Much like tonight. So he gives Brock Lesnar some kind of a euphemism about swimming away from shore and that Brock Lesnar's feet won't be able to touch the bottom of the ocean floor. And there's three things that he just can't beat in life. Death, taxes, because the dead man pays taxes. And 3, the streak. Brock Lesnar will, all of us together, rest in, Kathy, peace. And then Lesnar's music hits. Oh my God, you're still in the eye roll. Oh, Stephen Lemieux on point with that Lesnar music. Oh my God.
That's creepy.
The roar of the Cyber Lion. I love it.
Yeah. So Paul Heyman and Lesnar come out. Heyman says he doesn't mean to disrespect The Undertaker, but his client does. And Lesnar basically will break the streak. It's not a prediction, that's a spoiler. And they approach Undertaker. And what does that dastardly man Heyman do, Dale?
Man,
That dastardly man, Paul Heyman. He
okay.
gets Taker from behind.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got confused by your wording.
Call him a dastardly man.
Yeah.
That's fine, yeah.
you put the comma in a different part of that sentence.
That's fair. I had a week off.
My question is, how long is that Jimmy John's contract that Brock Lesnar has? It is still on the back of his shirt.
I think that it should
for
be on
life.
it should be on the front of his shirt. Eat Jimmy John's, sleep, beat the streak.
And then sleep again.
And then eat Jimmy John's again for breakfast.
That's a really missed opportunity
That
right
is.
there.
They should at least have it at their store. Right?
I wonder if at Jimmy John's, if like they have to have Brock Lesnar posters.
like a cutout of him with a cold cut.
Yeah.
Rah!
Like, it's like one of those posters when you're a kid that shows how tall he is. You have to stand next to him. Oh, I'm up to his kneecap.
I would just love it if he's just completely stone faced with the sandwiches.
Yummy.
They do have some really creative signs there, though.
Do they? I haven't
Have
been
you
in one
ever
in a
been
while.
to Jimmy John's? Oh my gosh,
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
they're always so funny or ironic or whatever.
I like their bread.
They have
This
world
AfterBuzz TV has been brought to you by Jimmy John's.
The contract extends to here.
Unofficially.
Unofficial.
very unofficially.
Incredibly.
So Heyman.
In fact, I lied.
We don't even know where they are out here. So Heyman kind of attacks Taker from behind, distracts him. Lesnar attacks, massive clothesline, F5. Brock Lesnar has the upper hand going into WrestleMania 30. That 21-0 streak.
I tell you
line.
what, Brock Lesnar is a good example of how a part-time wrestler should be booked.
Yes.
There's so many complaints from people
Thank you.
about like Batista or
And
even
Undertaker.
Even Undertaker, really. I mean, one a year, yeah. But Brock Lesnar, that is how you do it.
Yep. He comes in, he kicks ass, and
And leaves.
yeah.
And that's fine. There's a mystique about it. Brock Lesnar does not return. He is summoned
Right.
by Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Like from the deep. It's that's how he is. Yeah. Yes, the call of the war chicken brings out Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Where he's from.
That's what happens.
And every match that he's in, it's big. It's promoted big. It honestly, every pay-per-view that he's been in since his return in 2012, it's kind of like the Undertaker in the streak of who's gonna beat this guy, and whether he wins or loses.
And after
his-
tonight,
yeah,
he had you believing like, oh, this dude, he could win.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's very few people on the roster right now that I feel like could actually end the streak. And I don't know if anyone will end the streak, but it's kind of like him or Cena as far as top build guys. I mean, I don't know.
Bray maybe.
It'd be nice to give a rub to someone, but
Roman.
Well, that's the thing. That's the problem with the streak is if you have an established guy beat him, it does nothing for him.
Exactly.
But if you have someone that quote unquote isn't ready yet, it's a waste of use of the streak. So you're screwed either way.
yeah, you're in a real tough spot there with the streak.
Yeah.
So I bet they just let it go.
Oh, I think Taker's gonna win.
Yeah.
But if you look, because I actually went through, I had a lot of time on my hands yesterday in my hotel. I went down all the WrestleManias, and Taker really has not had that many great opponents throughout this streak.
It wasn't until recently, I'd say the last like 5 or 6 years,
yeah.
when they stepped it up with Shawn Michaels, I think that it kind of took off from
Triple
there.
H. And
Yeah, I don't know. He had a good match against Orton that one year.
Oh yeah, I actually thought Orton was going to win that one because it was during the middle of the Legend Killer.
Yeah,
Right.
and against Flair, but Flair, then the original Triple H, those were two great matches, but the streak was never mentioned.
But
It was
early
just-
on,
yeah.
until, from what I remember, up until he faced Kane, there was not a lot going on.
Yeah,
Is that
before
20?
that.
yeah.
You
They
mean
were
that-
mostly
that came-
squashes.
I believe he faced Kane at 2 WrestleManias.
He did.
Yes,
he
he
faced
did.
him twice, but I wasn't sure which one you meant.
14.
I meant the first time when
okay.
when he actually showed up, like when
Yeah,
Kane
for-
was like, Kane! Like that.
Because he came back. He was the shucks. What was that other gimmick that he was in? The American Badass.
Yeah.
Right.
Then at 20, he got reborn as the
Yeah, yeah.
traditional Undertaker.
That's because Limp Bizkit went out.
of style.
Oh,
you
wait,
mean?
Biscuit's not cool anymore? All right, put the coat back on.
Retcon.
We're talking about sandwiches in the chat room.
Oh, good. What are we
All
in?
the people in the UK did not know what Jimmy John's was, so we had to explain it.
Oh, we love our England friends. We're
Yes.
actually going to meet some of them this week, which is great. So, yeah, Jimmy John's, it's just a sandwich
Yeah.
chain.
Now we're talking about Quiznos and Subway and Potbellies.
We barely know what Jimmy John's is in California as well. So
Right.
It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
It's just, without Brock Lesnar, I don't think Jimmy John's would exist. So let's just put that out there.
I don't know how many people are like, Brock Lesnar, I'm hungry.
I'm going to have that sandwich make me tap out. I
Oh, Brock Lesnar.
don't know why I just got Brian Fellows on everybody.
I like it, though.
That fuzzy bug stole my credit card.
That mayonnaise-looking man makes me want to have a sandwich.
He does look like mayonnaise. So, anyways, we're ready for the match. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
I'm a little concerned about it. I don't want anybody to get hurt. That's my
I was
only
worried
thing.
that they were
Yeah.
going to get hurt tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a slugfest for sure.
Despite his fearsomeness, Taker's fragile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, I mean, he has a year to recover, so he'll probably be fine. But I did think last week that this was going to turn into a casket match, but I guess it was just his entrance last week. I don't know.
There was just the classic Taker fake out number 7
Yeah,
that he's been doing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it was a stipulation last year. Was that last year? The cage match? Was that last year?
With Punk? No.
Oh, yeah, that was Punk was last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of 2 years ago.
The 2 years before that were Triple H. 2 years before that were Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
And I think Flair was the one before that. But yeah, I think this was perfect tonight. The way Lesnar just destroyed him, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I cannot. This match is going to be fantastic.
Agreed. I'm surprised that they didn't announce it as a no DQ or no holds barred or anything like that, because the last few matches Taker has had has been kind of smoke and mirrorsy for the most part.
And Lesnar kind of excels at a no DQ kind of match.
Yeah.
I think it sells his beast-likeness.
Well, there ain't going to be a DQ. Let's put it that way.
I know there's not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
It gives them more options and, use of a table or whatever.
I don't know if the
I might be worried about
Undertaker
that.
could handle that.
I'm not saying Taker go through a table.
Okay.
Brock's a big boy.
Lesnar can go through anything. He smashed his head off a casket last
Yeah,
week.
he pile drove himself onto a casket last week.
And then he stood up and he was like, whoa, all right.
It did start out with going through a table. I mean, pin through the hand, and then Lesnar through a table. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, we'll see.
Yeah.
Pumped up. First match of the night, Biggie Langston versus Alberto Del Rio. This match was really good.
Is that really chalk in Biggie's hands, or is it cocaine? Because he is
Amped up
all the time.
He borrowed some from Mojo Rawley.
Just like-
He stay hype.
Yeah, just boom, boom.
Yeah.
And from then on out, just every time he runs, when he slams, even when he runs into the turnbuckle himself, it's just full bore. It's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
true. I love Big E. Yeah.
Hopefully he's protecting his body for the rest of his career.
I
But,
hope so too.
But man, this match was really good. This is an ADR that people started getting behind it. They were chanting C.
See.
It's been a while.
It's very good.
This was an aggressive ADR, and the way it ended was fantastic. He had Big E in the corner, double stomped the sternum, taking the wind out of him, and then a kick to the side of the head for the win.
What a surprise. I mean, I just hadn't seen ADR win in a while, but also leading into WrestleMania against a champion, I did not think this was going to go down.
It sets
for
up
ADR.
a #1 contender for the IC title too, because I want to definitely see those guys
Yeah,
go at it
maybe
again.
next Monday night. I mean, obviously it makes the Andre Battle Royal interesting.
Yeah.
More interesting, but
Yeah. But yeah,
Man.
good for ADR.
really aggressive ADR, and it was about time.
Both guys just smacked the snot out of each other, and I loved it.
They did. Next we have
I'm trying to censor myself, people.
next the
You have the right to censor. Call back.
call back to 15 years ago.
Ooh,
like that.
don't say words like
No,
that.
I love Right to Censor. They were a great faction. They really were. Shout out Stevie Richards. Next we have the Wyatt family, and Bray Wyatt once again just brings it, as he always does. I'm not used to doing Wyatt this early in the show.
There we go.
And you have
guess
to be
we have
upside
to.
down for it as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I can't do the crab walk. Kathy, you do it. You look better doing it. You're wearing a dress too. All right. You can't just whisper in people's ears anymore and expect them to understand and believe in you. You need to pry their eyes open and force them to watch. Do I have your attention now, kids? I will burn everything they have to the ground and leave nothing but ashes. They're going to cry for you, John. In time, they will forget you and they'll be left with nothing. And they'll see you the same way that I do, as a monster, John. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Thank you. I was waiting for someone to end that.
I was waiting for you to finish that lovely verse.
You know, I had to put a WrestleMania worthy, impression on.
Indeed.
Cheers.
Very good.
And then take a sip from a cocktail.
A well-deserved
It's cranberry
sip.
juice.
A well-deserved sip of cranberry juice.
Mocktail. Mine's
I
on
have
that.
a UTI.
Mocktail.
So that's what Bray Wyatt had to say.
Random Confessions with Johnny Costo.
And once again, classic Bray.
He was kind of Dusty Rhodes in it a little bit with the finger waggle and gyrating his body around a little bit, baby.
I'm cool with that.
I'm fine with it
Bray-
too.
Bray Wyatt can
but
do what
he
he
seemed to kind of channel that a bit more Dusty and less Jake Roberts, at least in this instance.
I could see that. Yeah, especially at the "Do I Have Your Attention Now" kids. He changed his voice a little on that one.
Oh
too.
yeah.
But it was great.
I'm
So
fine.
good.
Good build for him and Cena, and Cena later in the show was another great little moment that'll be.
Yeah. I still want to find out how Bray or whoever, the writers, how they come up with new things every single time, because I'm just so impressed. Like, I feel like there are people that don't have to talk as much as Bray does, and they still can't come up with original things to say.
Right.
I feel like maybe there's one person that is in charge of what Bray does. And I gotta believe that Bray
He probably has a hand in that.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Just with how much research that I know that he's put into it, I'm sure he either... I don't know if he writes it completely himself.
Either that or they've hired a catechism teacher to help Bray. He pulls out some...
I think they just like give him an outline. Here's kind of the gist we want, and he just puts whatever flowery poetic language he wants to insert in, because he definitely knows that character and has embodied that character that inside and out. That I don't think anyone can write it in the words that.
No, I think it's like you said. It's
you
a
don't even
gist.
have words for it.
I don't even have words for it.
I am intrigued by the backstageness of that whole. Basically, anyone's promo. I'm very interested in how that all comes about and how it comes to life before the camera.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised at how quickly it gets thrown together sometimes. Like it's even at that level, it's not as planned out a lot of times as you would think. It's the guys don't even know what they're saying till they get there sometimes.
Right.
And you only have so many takes because you only have so much time.
Yeah.
It's very easy to critique what they're saying while you're watching it, but you don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Right.
Like whether they were just told 3 minutes before, oh, you have to go out there and, oh, shoot, I guess you're going to say something about this person?
Yeah.
Go.
You have 5 minutes to fill.
Yeah. Or we're running long on time. You need to cut it down. And all that.
I've done many a promo where I'm like, all right, what's going on? They're like, all right, he's mad about this and blah, blah, and I go to the guy, I'm like, you know what you want to say? He's like, nope. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yay, improv.
It happens all the time. Yeah. I'm like, when when all else fails, just make fun of me, and that's what they do. And you know, sometimes if they're a heel,
That's a pretty easy go-to.
very easy go-to.
Yeah.
So I'll take it. We got a slap to the face next, guys.
Do we have a slap to the face in studio?
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Kathy just got excited about it.
That's why I got quiet.
Speaking of which, it just
afraid.
It just so happens the highest rated show we've had in the longest time just happened to be the episode where Kathy slapped me.
It was
a bunch
like
of times.
17,000 views on YouTube, and
I mean, granted, it may have coincided with the debut of Chasing Maria on Oxygen, which is great, but we still had an amazing amount of views for Kathy slapping me 17 niner times.
I don't remember that. Could we see it again?
Son of a gun. Should we talk about what happened on Total
we'll talk
Divas
about what happened on Total Divas
first?
Yes, let's recap Total
Because
Divas.
I'll let her slap me now, and then we're going to go home with a slap leading into WrestleMania.
All right.
Okay, cool. So on Total Divas, Summer Rae slapped Natty.
Girl.
Because Natty said she don't look like a stripper.
Oh, no, she didn't.
She is hoeing it up.
Well, come on. Really? She's pretty.
I don't know. I'm just playing with it.
She was hoeing it up tonight in that red, incredibly tasseled outfit.
Wait.
was
And
outraged.
all three of her outfits.
Yes, all three.
Yeah. Good for her for getting triple duty this evening. That's
Yeah.
pretty great.
Yeah.
She looked good.
MVP of Raw.
Yeah.
Summer Rae.
Yeah, I like that they're trying to tie together Total Divas into the storyline of Raw. I wonder what the crossover viewership is. You know, I feel like a lot of wrestling fans watch Total Divas. I
Yeah.
wonder if Total Divas fans watch wrestling.
I think I've known a lot of girls that watch Total Divas that do not watch wrestling at all, would never watch wrestling. But I would say that there's a fair amount of crossover. I know a lot of guys too who love wrestling, and then that's their guilty pleasure. They don't admit that they watch it, but I see it on their list on their DVR.
Right, yeah. I mean, I like Total Divas a lot. I think it's a cool kind of behind the looking glass sort of thing. I realize a lot of it is scripted, but even just seeing them interact with each other is kind of exciting to me because it doesn't feel written.
I mean,
all
the
the time.
slap in the face kind of
Yes.
seemed
I mean,
a
they've
little
been playing.
Kind of?
They've been playing that clip since months ago, but you know that's fine.
Guys, this took me a little longer than usual, but there you go.
Hey!
Jimmy John.
Drink the streak?
If you're listening,
Is that a sandwich in your pants? Or?
Looks like a 12-inch.
Eat Jimmy John.
oh, that's a good one.
Is there a drink called the streak?
That's a good one.
Drink the streak.
Drink the streak. I like it.
Yeah. If you're listening, Stephen Lemieux, our very talented producer, he made a T-shirt of Brock Lesnar holding a big sandwich, and then on the back it said, "Drink the streak." Which why not?
Repeat.
Eat Jimmy John's, drink the streak, eat Jimmy John, sleep, repeat, something like that.
Yeah.
But when I talked to Natalia back when Raw came to town, and she honestly seemed to have a true disliking for Summer Rae. Like, I don't know exactly how much of it is
did
kayfabe.
Nikki Bella.
Yeah, Nikki Bella also seemed a
I
little
thought that
put
was
off by
just
it.
them trying to promo the show.
They promo the show?
I mean, that's what. This is an awful reference, but going back to the Hills, they would always say that in interviews. Like the girls, they would go on, Good Morning America or whatever, and they would say, "Oh yeah, I hate that girl." And then years later, Kristen Cavallari came out and said, "Oh yeah, it was all scripted."
Right. I mean, Kathy Kelly pretends like she enjoys slapping me. We all know that's not true. I mean, Jesus.
I'm an African American woman in a white man costume.
What?
What?
Even this isn't real.
That's a lot of pretending.
Nothing is real.
Run. So yeah. Anyways, it leads right into a match, and pretty good match actually. Summer Rae can go. We all know Natty's one of the best. And just when Natty's about to lock in the sharpshooter, Summer Rae kicks her off, rolls out of the ring. Natty grabs that mane of hers, but then Summer Rae, using that dancer's flexibility, kick to the dome, and then for the pin. A little bit of an odd ending.
Wins clean.
Yeah.
That's clean. Also, Vicky Guerrero did commentary, or made an announcement saying, "I come with great news."
Oh yeah.
Hear ye, excuse me.
Announcing that the upcoming Vicky Guerrero Divas Championship Invitational shall be only one fall.
What the?
What great news.
So that means 14.
14 girls.
14 girls,
One ring.
one ring, one pinfall,
fall.
one winner.
That is going to be.
Yep.
A cluster F.
Yeah, cluster F for the VGDCI.
I was gonna say an S show.
If they
We have a lot of
show
letters for
cluster
this.
if they want to give something for the internet trolls, if you will, to have a field day with,
Yeah.
I think we have it.
What the hell, though? Okay, I presumed that this was going to be... Last time they had an invitational was at 20, and it was with the...
Cruiserweights,
Cruiserweight,
right?
thank you.
Yeah.
And that was... Everybody had to be pinned. And I thought this was going to be a similar kind of situation, or at least something that wouldn't be a big mess. I presume this to be... They're all going to start in the ring, so it's
Yeah.
already similar to the Battle Royal.
So you were thinking an elimination match.
I thought it'd be
Yeah.
elimination-wise.
Gauntlet.
Yeah,
I like
which could be
that.
a series of quick ones. You know, it didn't have to be 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
But one pin?
I like that because now whoever wins, you're not going to have there's going to be everyone complaining like, oh, well, she's not the real champ.
You know what I wanted at WrestleMania was the second Divas match that we got tonight.
Yeah.
The Lumberjill
A
match.
Lumberjill
Yep.
match
Yeah.
would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid of all that humanity because, with all due respect to the good divas of WWE, some of them are not as coordinated as they should.
well, yeah.
I'm worried of someone getting an errant elbow to the face.
I mean, some of the guys are not as coordinated as they should
Yeah,
be.
exactly. And I'm just kind of concerned of having another broken orbital balloon incident.
And if
Yeah.
you're going
with
to
all
have
that humanity in there.
I'm just worried about
a
Eva
lot of
Marie
humanity.
being in it.
No.
Period.
well, that's the humanity.
No.
But I mean, okay, so she announces there's 14 divas, one fall. So shouldn't AJ have shouldn't she complain on camera about that? Like, I now have I have a 7% chance of winning.
They probably did something on the app.
Yeah, and I mean,
Or
Vicky,
wait,
They
Vicky was
haven't really
on.
given her much talking time
No.
recently.
I think she's
Yeah.
getting a little bit of the CM Punk backlash, but
Punk residue.
either way,
Yeah.
Vicky said it on the announcer table, so technically AJ wouldn't have heard. Technically, I guess later in the show they could have, but they didn't give her time for that.
Maybe a pre-WrestleMania promo. There is still SmackDown and
Yeah.
all that. She can complain.
We got time.
It would just be a weird way for AJ's title run to end, like a whimper. Like, unless she gets pinned,
Yeah.
which I don't know. Maybe she will,
Why wouldn't she?
because there's 13 other chicks in the ring.
Well, I know, but I mean,
I mean, Rosa Mendez could get pinned in 5 seconds, and that person would be the champion.
I know.
Is that fair?
I just don't
no,
understand.
it's not. But I don't think that. I don't know.
We got 7 matches for almost a 4-hour show. To me, that means we got plenty of time.
You got plenty of time. But then again, there's extravagant entrances. There are probably going to be musical sketches, giant promo packages.
But did they announce any major? No, they didn't announce any musical guests, or there's no.
Not yet.
But I mean,
Not
last year
yet,
they cut an entire match right before
Yeah.
Yeah.
WrestleMania. So
Yeah, they already bumped the tag title match to the pre-show.
They did.
Yeah, that's
shit.
depressing.
That's weird.
So I don't know what's going on. I'm just a little worried. But I have.
Hold my hand, Dale.
I
We'll go through this
really
together.
pray that this Divas match goes well.
Yeah.
But I do not have any good faith on that being something that happens.
And why would the tag match be moved to the pre-show when you only have 7 matches?
Yeah, that should be kind of a spot for, I don't know, NXT people.
That, or in my opinion, that tag match is going to be fire. That should be a great starter match to WrestleMania.
Good
You got
opener,
Flying
yeah.
Usos. I mean, come on now.
That is the real question. What are they going to open with? The Battle Royal?
Probably.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
Old school. You know how events used to start off with all the dudes in the ring? I don't know. Maybe.
And there's no other real titles being put on the line except for Divas, and you don't.
And they're
you
not
don't
going to
open
put
with
Wyatt
the
and
Divas.
Cena first.
Nah.
No.
Nah. And watch it. It's going to happen.
Well, they used to have a tendency to put the world title first so that they could lead strong and then end strong
Yeah.
with either Taker or WWE
In
title.
theory, that was a good idea. But
Would they
in
do
practice,
Daniel Bryan versus Triple H's match first?
Ooh, that's not a bad.
Open with that so that
yeah.
both of them or one of them has enough time to recover before.
Yep.
Yeah, but do you want to blow the audience's energy right away, though? That's
Yeah,
people
I
are
mean,
going to go
if
crazy.
Daniel Bryan wins, then it doesn't really blow the audience's energy because then they're looking forward to the match later.
Well, there's some options. I just feel like there needs to be a couple more matches.
I just really hope it's not going to be like other pay-per-views and they just throw together a match like Kali versus Jinder.
You hush
I don't
your
know.
You hush your mouth
I'm
right
just, saying,
now.
I'm just throwing out names. I just say I don't. It's WrestleMania. I don't want to see matches put together that weren't even announced.
Hornswoggle versus El Torito.
All right.
Make it happen.
Yeah. Like okay, on in your house, sure. But I don't want to see WrestleMania have matches thrown together that we didn't
Right.
even have announced. That's just me.
Are there any other
That's fair.
grudge matches that we're not addressing at WrestleMania, though? Is there anybody has a storyline that isn't
Not
being
that
dealt
There are
with?
people that should have storylines that don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe Cesaro. If this bump is official, I can't believe Cesaro is technically not on the WrestleMania card.
That's a crime.
Wait.
If,
Yeah.
if he's
He's
on
in
the
the
pre-show.
pre-show.
On the pre-show.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
It's like, whoa, what? All that hype, all that build up to Cesaro. I mean, I guess it could go. We'll see how Raw goes, but
Although
still.
it's possible that Big E is taking part in the Battle Royal, it's possible they could add a Intercontinental Championship match later on in the show. Big E versus maybe I don't know.
yeah.
I'd be fine with it. I just don't think that they will, though.
Yeah.
We'll find out soon.
The mystery continues.
Yes, it does.
Next, the COO Triple H and principal owner Stephanie McMahon hit the ring. They basically crush Fandango, and in order to prove how the WWE Universe forgot about their superstars, like they just, you guys forget and you move on. Remember, a year ago, 2 months later, you stopped caring, and he said, but he's a good B+, maybe an A- player. Bottom line is we're going to put an end to the Yes movement. That was the whole point of that.
Yeah. Triple H was a member of the greatest generation. You meddling, you current people, you don't appreciate anything. You don't work hard. You're apathetic. You ride your skateboards and watch cartoons and meh.
I mean, it is a different type of viewership now. I mean, you definitely have to respond quicker, and social media does make you react to things in a faster fashion. But I was really surprised, as if it's the fans' fault that Fandango doesn't get
It is your fault, Dale.
matches. Like,
It is your fault.
it was a weird
It isn't
statement.
at all.
Yeah.
Why didn't his theme catch on and last for
I
8
think that
months?
it did catch
It
on
did
for a
catch
while,
on.
and then he got hurt,
But he
and
got
he wasn't
hurt.
around
But it
for a
did-
while.
Hey, that's just an excuse, Kathy Kelly. He would still be over today if it weren't for you and for Dale and all you meddling fans.
And all you snooping kids.
Can
all
we
you
Fandango
stupid
right
kids.
now? Can we
think
Fandango?
we should.
I think
Should we bring it back?
Let's bring it
I'm
back.
fine with bringing it back.
Steven, do we have the music?
I like
If
it.
not, we'll acapella it. Oh, Jesus, look at
Yes.
him. This guy's in WrestleMania form.
Suck it, Vince.
Take that, COO. The Slap Bird Round Afterbuzz. Video footage. Why are we're gonna keep watching it? What are we doing? Oh, okay. All right. That felt good. Oh yeah, we forgot. Was Kathy supposed to slap me at the end of the Divas thing?
I thought you were trying to change the subject because you didn't want it to happen, but I really wanted to happen.
I'm not afraid of getting slapped. I said I'll finish the show. We'll do a slap too. But if you want to do it now,
Well, now you've already missed the
No,
moment.
we
You
should
might
probably
as well
just do it
wait.
right now.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait.
Go ahead.
What about instead of 3 yeses,
later.
she'll slap me and you guys yell yes after each time
What?
at the end of
For
the
it.
show?
I'm fine with
Okay.
it.
I mean, yeah,
That
sure.
works.
All right,
I'm game.
Because I know everyone wants to see it,
Got to give the people what they want, John.
and I can take it.
I also really want to call you a stripper.
Oh yeah. No, I have to call you a stripper and then you slap me.
Oh, okay.
That makes more sense.
Or talk about how people drool all over Kathy Kelly.
I could do that too.
And then
Either
you
one.
get slapped.
Anyways, they show an amazing video package for Triple H about how he's dominated everyone. Booker T, Goldberg, Kurt Angle, Mick Foley, and now soon to be Daniel Bryan. Of course, Stephanie McMahon doing the commentary. And I love that. I thought that was really...
It was brilliant.
It was super heel, for
Oh,
sure.
man.
I mean, he buried everyone. Jericho made fun of everyone's everything.
Edge, I think, even.
Yep.
But it makes you hate them that much more.
Yep.
And it, honestly, I feel like it doesn't bury these guys. It ends up putting them over because then every other person is like, you're wrong. Like,
Yeah.
they just, you know.
And Daniel Bryan will be the spiritual comeuppance of Triple H after all this time. And it also goes on to what we were talking about last week of this is essentially Triple H saying, yes, internet fans, I am everything that you said I was for the past 10 years. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah. In your face.
Suck it.
You just got dunked down. Yeah.
Why don't you tweet about it and complain?
Oh, man. And so Dave Bautista, Big Dave, comes out to the ring wearing a Patrick Ewing Georgetown jersey, which I dug it. Said he wasn't in the video because Triple H has never beaten him. Says Triple H is the brain, Steph is the brawn. Randy Orton hits the ring, tells Steph not to slap Batista again because he's going to beat some respect into him in their match tonight. And what's best for business is a triple threat. And he would be honored to face Triple H, but he's like, reconsider, if you could, one more time.
It's good that Batista finally figured out how to get the fans to like him. Come out in a jersey that's from their area.
They did champ him.
and be from the very town that they're doing Raw at.
Oh, he's from DC.
Yeah, he's a
It's
DC
from-
guy.
I
He's a
didn't know
DC
that.
boy.
Okay.
And if you recall from last week, since the pants ripping, he's now wearing regular man pants.
Good.
What is that supposed to
Our
mean,
Batista's
Johnny?
growing up.
No, pants that don't rip.
Not in skinny jeans.
He was wearing tight
Non-skinny
jeans,
jeans.
and they ripped. He's wearing like baggy man pants.
Yeah.
I have never seen wrestling fans be so critical of fashion until Batista wore tight pants. How dare you, everyone? How dare you?
They're jumping
You all
on-
look sloppy.
They're jumping on anything they can with Batista.
It's true.
Oh,
it's
God.
true. I get it, and I understand the hate, but it blew my mind when there was so many memes of like, he split his pants.
Right.
You know,
But how
like,
great is that, though? That's awesome.
Yeah.
it was funny, but I was just a little shocked.
I feel like they were pre-rip. Like, let's get some more heat on his pants.
They just went ahead and replaced his theme song with that.
Yeah. Poor guy.
What are you gonna do?
Batista.
Yes. And so Triple H says, you know what, Randy? No amount of ass kissing will get you out of this. Your reign's coming to an end unless you become the Viper again. And you better find him soon because tonight your match with Batista is a no DQ match. Bam.
I liked it.
Yeah. As did I.
Goes back to the whole ruthless aggression thing that Vince did years ago.
Oh, yeah.
It also made me think about had that actually, I think Stephanie says, this was our main event at WrestleMania, but it has changed. I was like, if this had been the main event, like, how lackluster would WrestleMania have ended?
Yeah.
It did not feel like a finale to 30.
Do you wonder if that originally really was their plan
I
for
was
the main
just
event?
going to ask that.
Yeah.
But I think that they expected Batista to come back and have much more, or a much better reaction.
Oh, yeah.
And
obviously.
so, yeah, I kind of think that was the original plan.
Johnny and I talked to Randy Orton on our Wrestling Compadres show, and Orton himself said that he did not expect the crowd, everyone at WWE did not expect the crowd to receive Batista in that way.
Yeah.
But again, in like reacting to things, they tried to let it ride for what, maybe 3 weeks,
weeks.
or
Something like
you know,
that. Test
and then
the waters.
they were like, "Can we get him over? Can we?" No, it's not going to happen. So
No.
let's flip it. So They corrected course, but yeah, they were expecting a rock reception, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
I'm fine with it because I prefer Batista as a heel anyway.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
This world, like, just cocky, the spotlight.
Yeah, give me my damn spotlight.
Yeah.
And you were mentioning everyone complaining about the fashion. That's exactly what they did just before he left anyway.
Because he
So
started
it's just
getting
picking
that-
up right where he left off.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
And I like that they make fashion a thing to make you hate on him a little bit, but for sure.
And Orton even admitted he does think it's kind of funny, the fact that Batista's getting hated so much.
Yeah.
And he said, he's like, Big Dave doesn't seem to be in very good shape. I haven't taken any time off. And I was like,
He has been gone for 4 years, so
Yeah.
tonight he seemed okay.
yeah.
No
He
big.
seemed better.
Yeah.
Not great, but better.
Yeah.
Better.
Better.
We mentioned the pre-show earlier. Well, here they are. I don't know how else to say it. I'd prefer this. This would not be the. I'd prefer a triple threat, as a matter of fact.
Nah. Whatever. But I think that when Ryback lost to the Los Matadores, I keep saying the Los
Los
Matadores.
Matadores?
Dang it.
The Matadors.
The ATM machine. I think that it had to happen that way because you can't lose. You can't be going into this match in such a weird fashion anyway. Ryback was kind of like farted into this match. I don't know what exactly happened
They did
there.
the twin magic on Swagger, though.
They did the twin magic on Swagger today.
The heel move.
Yeah, it's so weird.
That's
But
just-
anyways, when you lose to another team, I feel like they had to be put in this match.
Yeah.
And you don't have two triple threats when the other one is the main event. You don't make your tag team pre-show the other triple threat.
But this match,
Point taken.
however, did not do the pre-show any favors because this was. I don't know what it was. Like, it wasn't awful. There were some good points, but
Bad
then it got
communication, maybe?
Bad communication. It was sloppy. Some things seemed mistimed.
Maybe it made you realize why they're the pre-show. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a little.
No.
I love most of the guys in that match.
It made me realize half of that match should have been the pre-show.
Here's my question,
The other half, definitely.
and I like guys working. Why couldn't we just have the Usos and Real Americans let them tear the damn house down?
I'm asking myself that question.
Yeah.
I think that there's a different plan storyline-wise for the Americans. I think there has to be something going on there. Otherwise, I don't really know what this match is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to either be winning the titles or breaking up.
I thought they were going to break up
Me
at
too.
Mania and we were going to have them face each other or something. I don't know.
But like the past 2
What?
weeks, there hasn't been anything.
Yeah. Maybe they're saving that until after.
Kathy brings up a good point. That match is the pre-show. What if the Americans squabble, they get into it, and then a match between Swagger and Cesaro is made for later on in the card? I don't know.
The battle for Uncle Zeb's love.
Yeah.
Ooh. Winner takes Zeb.
Winner takes it.
Oh, man. Oh, I want that T-shirt.
Zeb on a pole match.
Uh,
I like where your head's at, Johnny.
Oh, Zeb on a ball.
Although
My God.
Swagger's the one that really needs Zeb, and I don't
Yes.
foresee him winning that.
No.
No.
Just saying.
It could be Zeb doesn't have to be on a pole, although that would be hilarious. But I do think that's not a bad idea. I'd like to see Cesaro and Swagger in a match.
That's one quickly made match the crowd would pop for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
I will be
'Cause-
bringing a Cesaro section sign.
But I also don't know that they would have time.
I don't. They can make time. It's
Uppercut.
Nobody's going to leave. We're going
Uppercut.
to be there.
already 7 hours.
Let's make the Divas a half a fall match.
That's if Eva Marie takes the roll up.
I'd be
This
happy.
trip.
I'd be happy if Swagger and Cesaro was uppercut, Cesaro swing, neutralizer, done. Because
Just a
that's
squash
all-
on Swagger?
Yeah, just a Swagger swash. A Swagger swish.
Swish, swish,
A
swash.
swish, swish, swish.
Well,
I mean,
I want
It would get the crowd popped. Exactly,
either
It would get the
there
count.
or at Raw. The night after has become this baby WrestleMania. The
Yeah.
Raw after WrestleMania. So
yeah.
if we don't get something cool there, I'm okay with it at Raw. But to me, it's just like WrestleMania is your main show. Hello.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a great point.
Give me the goods.
Give me the goods.
It's got to be a good pre-show match, I guess. But I mean,
it's gonna be great for you.
all right. Cody Rhodes and Goldust taking on Damian Sandow and Fandango, otherwise possibly known as Sandango. I don't know. I thought of it. I wanted to surprise you guys with it.
Not Fandango?
It sounds like you have a problem.
Fandango.
Fandango?
Sandango.
I've got a bit of the Sandango.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd like a
It burns. Gold Dust with the final cut on Sandow for the win. Once again, Sandow, I mean, he lost twice to Sin Cara within 6 minutes in the past week. Gets pinned tonight. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, throughout the...
I mean...
It's weird because this could be like MVP when he was on that losing streak and the crowd ate it up. But it's not. No one even seems to care that Sandow is losing at this point. I mean, besides us talking about
That's no good.
The crowd, while it's happening, doesn't chant for Sandow as much as...
And during this match, JBL and King just ripped on each other regarding their hair dye jobs.
Oh, really?
And really didn't seem to... The match was of no consequence to them.
Well, let's be honest. This match really meant nothing when it comes to WrestleMania.
Yeah, but it's their job to make it
No,
seem...
you're right. You're right. Absolutely right.
Why aren't the Rhodes brothers in the tag title match?
Oh, my God. Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
They carried the titles the whole... I don't even mean literally, but
Yeah.
like figuratively carried the division for half the year.
And the whole time going up into Mania, we thought it was going to be brother versus brother.
brother.
If you're not going to do that, how are they not in the thick? Are you kidding me? Are you telling me they don't deserve it more than Matadores or Rybaxel? Rybaxel has a losing record, for God's sake.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree.
I do not get it.
I don't get it. Hopefully, I don't know. Maybe Goldust wins the Andre the Giant trophy.
We got to believe they have a reason for all this, but...
I am all
Yeah.
for Goldust winning the Andre the Giant trophy just to see what his wacky mind will do with it.
He's being a little more wacky lately. I have noticed in this recent situation, he's acting more like Goldust.
Would he paint the face like Goldust's face on the trophy?
It's already a gold trophy.
Well, then all he needs is the black paint then.
Is it a life-size
Half the
trophy?
job is done.
That's what I want to know. Is it a life-size trophy? Have we heard yet?
I hope so.
I hope so. I'm doubting it, but there would be nothing more I would want.
I want to know whether it's made of chocolate or not, because that's
It should be.
the real
If,
question.
if so, it won't last very long.
No.
Like I love the.
I would,
I'm going to run for my 7th row seat and get thrown out trying to grab the chocolate trophy.
Seat dropping.
Yeah, I did. I just dropped their seat. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have to display the trophy, right? They have to show it.
It'll be there. Somebody has to hand it to him.
yeah.
it'll be
Something.
there.
It'll be there.
Who will hand over the trophy? I don't know. Tony Chimmel? Just because he's there?
I would assume Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
'Cause
makes
he's the
more
host.
sense, yeah.
Yeah.
He is the host. And he started the whole thing.
And he kind of brought it to light.
yeah,
but,
yeah.
I don't know. I hope Big Show doesn't win. I like Big Show.
There's no reason for
He
him
doesn't
to.
need it.
After Piper's Pit tonight, I think it's safe to say not gonna.
Hopefully.
No.
I don't know.
If the laws of telegraphing wrestling come into play.
Oh.
Yeah.
So time to go to the broom closet. The Shield is there, and they said, you know, we never disrespected Kane, but the Outlaws disrespected us. And that's when Roman Reigns says, tell anyone that'll listen, the Shield is not to be messed with. Bam. Fist connect. That's what they had to say.
It's true.
It is. It is true.
Nothing really. I mean,
I don't know how to feel about this Shield face
What?
turn. I don't.
You don't like it?
I don't know. I don't dislike it.
I think it might be a brief one.
I hope so.
I think it's just because they wanted to have him do something, and the Outlaws, perhaps, why not?
I'm fine with it if it's treated like the Steve Austin or the Diesel type face turn, in which it's just we show up, we beat people up, and leave.
Yeah, we do what we want.
And this time we just beat up bad guys instead of good guys.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing different about us.
And I like this pairing. I think this old school, new school, or Suits versus Shield, or whatever you want to say, I think it's kind of an honor that DX asked to work with him. If that is true, that is the rumor. I think it's cool to have these three guys get another WrestleMania. I did not think that New Age Outlaws would be at another WrestleMania.
Which is cool. And I'll tell you what, this match will be great. All three Shield guys are going to crush it. Outlaws are going to crush it, and Kane is going to do something. So
we'll see. I think so.
Yeah. And it makes more sense to me than last year's Shield match. I think Big Show, Orton, and Sheamus put together was such a...
do they get another
Hodgepodge.
helicopter?
Well, last
that
year's
would be
match,
cool.
it
Segways.
was. I'm not. It was haphazard, but at least they had the whole. Hey, these three guys have ruined our lives, so let's be the wacky pack and band together to go against this force.
But did you ever think that they were going to
yeah.
beat them, though?
No, of course not.
I do find this more interesting than the one last year.
All right.
Yeah. And I respect all three other men.
I loved the Outlaws in the past, but I mentioned this last week. Up until recently, they've been just kind of treated as this weird nostalgia act of where do we put them.
Well,
I don't know.
they were brought in. My opinion is they were brought in to hype the network. I mean, it was very much hey, remember you loved DX?
Yeah, yeah.
kind of thing.
I know. And now they're the threat against the biggest badass force that WWE has to offer.
Well,
It just seemed too quick for me. But that's just me. And they could. And I'm not saying that they won't have a bad match. I'm just saying going into it,
who would you have
The
had
interest
Kane
isn't
call
there.
on to help him out?
the remaining Wyatt family.
Well,
That doesn't make any sense, though. Wyatts are essentially
They
anti the Authority.
right.
On paper. I don't know.
Well,
They
yeah,
could-
but that's
they
what
could-
this
they
is all
could've
about.
smiled.
Now you're giving us the in theory answer. In theory.
Yeah, well, they had Wyatts versus the Shield, and then there was just rumors of like, they're going to be the
Okay,
Authority's new.
but let us not forget.
Arms for a hire.
Let us not forget, though, that many times the most difficult opponent for the Shield is themselves.
Dun, dun,
Oh, yeah.
It's true. We could see the
When is that going to happen, too?
So
Yeah.
Maybe WrestleMania.
maybe.
yeah.
I honestly, if we were going to go with a clean slate, I mean, to me, the Shield has been working for the Authority. Now they're anti-Authority. This had to go this way. Kane plus somebody else who is a henchman, which is only really the New Age Outlaws and friends of Triple H.
Fair
but
enough.
if it was my booking, I just would have done Wyatt's versus Shield Part 2 and added a TLC stipulation or a
Oh, yeah.
whatever stipulation to make it, because I loved that match.
It kind of
Oh,
seems
God,
like
yeah.
Reigns is the Beyonce of the group, too, with the 80-something%
my
victory
God.
on the app.
That was quite
That
a
was
landslide.
a lot.
If you want it, put
We
a
can
belt
come up
on
with
it.
a lot of analogies other than Beyonce. He's the Scherzinger of the Pussycat Dolls. I don't know any other ones.
Well,
Wow.
I was saying of
He's
three
the
people.
Phil
yeah.
Collins of Genesis.
Oh, wow. There you go. He's the Steve Perry of Journey. Okay.
Yeah.
He's
He's
the
the
Ice
Kathy
Cube.
Kelly of the Raw panel.
Oh, well,
I'm kidding.
no, she's not.
Well played, Kathy Kelly.
We'll get you! Bray Wyatt versus R-Truth.
Foiled again.
With Xavier Woods at ringside. You know, R-Truth really hung in there. That match lasted longer than we would expect, considering we have not seen him in some time.
Yeah.
That was the longest squash match I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, extended squash is what I wrote in my notes.
It was. Eventually, he did succumb to the Sister Abigail, and then they destroyed Xavier Woods. Come on.
Hey, Xavier Woods on Raw.
We love Xavier Woods.
I was just happy to see him out there.
Right.
Really.
Who doesn't love Xavier Woods?
He got hit.
Not
real
nobody.
hard. He got hit real hard.
Jerks, that's who.
Amen, brother.
He had a really good match on NXT.
Oh yeah,
Xavier
with
Woods.
Breeze.
Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, he
yes.
lost, but it was
Still good, yeah.
it was still a great match.
Yeah.
And I think he had bested Breeze the
There's
week
been a
before,
whole thing
wasn't
with Breeze, Xavier Woods, and Rusev down there, and someone actually asked Dil Nufus
Oh, yeah.
in chat roll asked, "Where's Rusev been? Like, what's up with him? Because we didn't really get anything from him this week.
I think
we
they're
didn't get
saving
Alana
him.
either.
They have not announced all 30 guys. I think
Yeah.
they're saving him as a little surprise for the Battle Royal.
I
Yeah.
agree. That's what I said. in
Why
chat,
else
too.
are they wait? Why else has he just been standing on a pedestal for the last 2 months?
My only counter to that is that the last time we saw him was a Royal Rumble, so
Exactly.
he's just a
Yeah.
big man match guy.
Maybe he'll be in that, and then he will do very well, and then
And
the
then we
next
get a
night
debut.
on the Raw after.
he could face any of
WrestleMania.
those
Exactly.
guys from that match.
I don't know. I thought that I heard rumblings that it was possible that they didn't think the announcement and the podium thing was really working, and they were going to not repackage him entirely, but just reintroduce him. I
That's a
don't
big
know.
mistake.
I
I think
kinda
I
like
think
it.
you debut him.
Yeah.
You bring him out to WrestleMania.
I'm fine. Hey,
I think.
I'm happy to be wrong in this case.
What is there to work about a segment that you barely let breathe?
Yeah.
I don't.
I
It
mean,
wouldn't be the first time they've done that,
I mean,
though.
It worked a
Truth,
lot better
truth.
than Los Matadores.
Yeah.
And they're still doing that.
Rusev and Lana get a response when she comes out and she's nauseating.
Das vidanya.
Right. Whatever she said.
Meow, meow.
Right.
Was that a cat?
Meow mix.
It's like Vicky Guerrero.
I'll get you. You see?
Meh.
What was that?
I don't know.
Things are weird.
Words.
I'm an old-timey gangster, see? This Russian guy is going to win the Battle Royal.
Either way, I personally don't
Bulgarian.
think he's going to be one of the last four. I think they're calling people up, trying to get those last four. I think we could see multiple old wrestlers, but
You don't think Rusev's going to be in the Battle Royal?
he could. I just don't know why would you bury Rusev in the announcements? Why save him as a surprise? That doesn't make any sense.
So he could win it out of nowhere, maybe? I don't know.
He was a surprise in the
I
Rumble.
understand where you come from, but maybe.
He was a surprise in the Rumble and people dug it.
Yeah, but you don't do that twice.
What old-timer do you think is going to be in the Battle Royal?
I think we could see Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, man, that would be amazing.
I think
Sergeant Slaughter?
there's a lot of weird guys that are being rumored. I mean, if a Sting thing were to happen, I guess that could be the place for it. I don't believe in that.
The question is,
Personal
what
thinking.
Sting do we see? Do we see old school blonde Sting or like Crow Sting? That'd be.
My fingers are crossed for blonde Sting.
Really?
No reason.
Man, they just But can he come from the Rasters though, as blonde Sting? Can we do that at least? Happy medium?
Sure, yes.
Baseball bat?
I'll give it to you.
As long as it's not Heath Ledger Joker Sting, I think we're good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Nobody knows who the Crow is anymore anyways, do they?
Not really.
I mean, I do, but
I do too. But
no one outside of this room.
we're nerds.
Next, we have a Lumberjill match. AJ Lee versus Naomi. Nobody throws Naomi back in the ring, but they sure gang up on AJ and Tamina. They eventually beat up on both of them. AJ gets back in the ring for the rear view. Naomi for the win, a la Iceman King Parsons going back to the World Class Championship Wrestling days with the butt. And she gets the win.
Motorbutting. I still love motorbutting.
Motorbutting. Someone tweeted me that today. They're like, "Oh, motorbutting time."
Always makes me giggle.
She looked so good.
She looked like-
Can we talk about that? She.
Red carpet
Naomi.
ready. That
Yeah.
was like as much
Her
as
hair, her everything.
I personally liked her like badass pirate look that she did.
I did too.
Yeah.
I missed the eye patch.
I can't believe it was only a 2-week stint, but damn girl,
Yeah.
looking fly.
Yeah.
But okay, emotions for me
Yes.
want her to win the title, but storyline wise, I feel like Tamina might be a better answer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
What if AJ?
let emotions win.
I usually do, but then they're usually crushed.
Do we think there's any shot in Holy Hell that AJ retains?
Yeah, there's a little bit.
If she retains at WrestleMania, she loses on Raw.
Yeah.
To Naomi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope this isn't a thing where it's just like 5 seconds and everybody's in the ring and then AJ like rolls up freaking Eva Marie.
Eva
or
Mendez.
Rosa Mendez. I almost mixed their names.
Rosa Marilyn Monroe. Yeah,
Marilyn-
Rosa Monroe.
Marosa. I'm sure we
Marosa.
can work on that.
Yeah,
Come up
we
with
can.
something.
Yeah. It's no Fandango or,
Yeah,
or
Sandango.
Sandango.
I mean, look,
Sandango.
Oksana Marie, she rolls them both up.
I was looking over. Johnny and I were compiling our favorite card. Like if we could make a dream WrestleMania card.
Yeah.
And pulling all of our
With current
matches.
roster.
Fantasy Mania.
Fantasy Mania. The
Of
match just had
all
to
time.
exist at some point at
Of all time.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I was trying to pick my women's match, and honestly, it's just Trish and Mickey that had any kind of decent. Otherwise, they're all like kind of gimmicky or.
Don't say that in Maria Menounos' studio.
No, I mean, but
No, if you look at it,
No,
though,
I know.
coming from the outside, I thought that was a decent match for somebody who's not a. 100%.
that was a good match.
Yeah,
It was.
But
But
it was a
WrestleMania-
tag team, and
Yeah.
But otherwise, I just feel like it's hard to see that women are actually truly respected. As much as I want to say that they are, and as much as I love women's wrestling, there's not that standout match that people are. And this doesn't. This I guess that's why it kind of crushes me a little. Is I wanted this to be something.
Special.
Where they got eliminated, that'd be a lot of time for the divas.
Yeah.
Like, we could actually get some cool moments, but this is just going to be a mess.
This is going to be and you're right, WrestleMania 22, because we went through all the WrestleManias trying to find the best Divas match. Melina, Ashley Mazzaro was pretty good.
Yes.
But nothing.
It was like a Playboy match, though, or something. It had
yeah,
like a weird stipulation to
she
it.
had
It was
just
weird.
was
oh,
on-
Ashley, I think, had been on Playboy.
It was a
Is that what it
Lumberjill
was?
match, yeah. And Ashley,
Was that where Snoop Dogg was? No. What match
WrestleMania
was that?
22?
No, that was 24. Snoop Dogg was at 24.
He was in 24, and I think he came back in like 26. Like,
Yeah.
I think he was back for another.
But he was out in
quick
like a
segment.
throne during one of the
Yeah,
matches or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Sorry, anyways.
As long as Flo Rida never comes back. But
He had the Tron bicycle.
please. But yeah, I mean, Trish and Mickey, WrestleMania 22. There's no comparison to it. I mean, and it's kind of sad. As good as that match was, there's not even really that much of a close second. Which,
No, not for WrestleMania Women's.
Vicky should have actually come out and said, "I'm afraid I've got some bad news. It's
Yeah.
one pinfall."
I just don't get it, man.
I don't get it. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent. I just
No, I think it needs to be
just,
said.
It just hurts my heart for the Divas
You're right.
division.
It needs to be said because a lot of them are working their asses off. I'm sure most of them are not. I'm sure the young ones, like even Maria, are thrilled. But I'm sure ones like the Bellas, AJ. I'm sure they're
Layla's
not,
back now. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure Natty's not. She's got to be a little pissed.
Yeah, obvious. Yeah.
this Lumberjill match, had they given it some better spots and given it some more time, I think that could have made a better WrestleMania match, like Kathy was saying.
Yeah.
Easily.
I
don't know.
think people don't really know what to expect going into this one fall, 14 girls.
We hope we're proven wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put it that way. Well, hey guys, let's turn that frown upside down.
Can we?
With Renee Young.
Oh,
Okay.
I was going to say, someone said, Jose Gonzil in chat roll said that their favorite women's match was Victoria versus Molly Holly.
That was a good
That
one
was
because it was
good.
okay. That's
Yeah.
probably
That's the
a
other,
close
yeah,
second.
that's a close second.
Yeah.
That was
Shave the head off. Whoa, shave her hair off.
Yeah. Head shaving.
Shave the head off.
It got real extreme, Kathy.
that was on the app. But no, Victoria and Molly, those were two of the better wrestlers they had in the past generation. Molly and Victoria both can totally go, and that was a really good match. Good point there.
Yeah.
So 2 or 3 out of 30 years.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
And there
It's
wasn't
just-
a diva match in every WrestleMania either.
No,
I don't think there was one last year, was there? Oh, it got bumped. Yeah.
Yeah, it got bumped.
And then there one year was like a Playboy pillow fight. It's like come
They had
on.
Santina win one year at 25.
Yeah.
It's
Anyways,
like
sorry.
when it comes to the divas match at WrestleMania, they have like dudes from like the Buffalo Moose Lodge booking it. Get them broads in the ring.
They head out to Hooters and like, what y'all want to see?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
So we have Wendy Richter versus the Fabulous Moolah.
I like Wendy Richter now. You know,
sure,
Cyndi
no doubt.
Lauper.
No.
I like the, but anyways, we should move on.
We want it to be great. That's what we're saying. We
Yes.
think they deserve to have more. So let's hope they are allowed to at least let something special happen. That's what we want.
Agreed.
Renee Young backstage with John Cena. And John Cena, he's interesting. Wait, did I miss something?
Yeah.
I totally did. Oh my God, the greatest John Cena moment we've had in quite some time.
Oh, that's right.
After Bray and the Wyatt family destroy R-Truth and Xavier Woods, the lights go out. Bray hits his knees, and then another man with a sheep mask gets in the middle of him, and they just stare at him, and he stares back.
Dale, was it you? With your sheep mask?
Oh, the audience thought it might have been someone else because they really didn't react until he took the
Actually,
mask off.
Bray thought that it might be you. So he
Yeah.
was like, oh, Dale's great. I'm not going to attack this.
Whoever this is, they're here to provide me some love.
my good friend Dale Rutledge.
That Dale Rutledge is bad for business.
He is a fan of Vest. It's true.
No doubt. But yeah, it was great. They stare each other down, and he's also wearing the janitor onesie, and all of a sudden he calmly takes off the mask and cleans house with the Wyatt family. That was the best John Cena moment I can remember in quite some time.
I liked it. It was cool.
Super good.
Hell yeah, it was. Which leads to the Renee Young backstage promo with John Cena, which we didn't think was necessary because I think he proved his point. But he said, you'll see fire, you'll see hell, you'll see rage, you'll see John Cena, and John Cena will be a monster. I'll be damned if my end is this Sunday, and I'll be damned if it's at the hand of Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, you want change? Well, boy, I'm going to give you change because you're going to have to change the way you walk because I'm going to stick my foot up your ass.
Ooh, snap time.
That's what John Cena said, not my words.
As Renee Young looked longingly.
Ray Young?
Yeah, Ray Young. Ray Young and Renee Young, both of them, looked longingly at John Cena post-promo.
Oh, yes, she did. She gave that look. Like, that's...
Yeah.
Right, Kathy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gave her that look.
She's like, you can put your boot up my ass.
Okay!
Hey!
Where's
too
Mickey
much?
Bell?
Ruthless aggression!
Stop a mud hole.
So Cena Wyatt... So I think we can agree that Taker, Lesnar, and Cena Wyatt did a really good job of putting a bow on the preparation for that match.
Agreed.
Yes.
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 I think.
Looking forward to both. Both have every single one of the big matches has the potential of just being match of the night easily.
Yeah.
My money is kind of on Bray Cena. Not to, I don't know. There's something
I
about
wouldn't disagree.
the energy there that I think they
Triple
could
H,
really.
Bryan, though. Come on now.
Yes, but that one
be
is
great. Yeah.
that one's expected to do. They have to
Sure.
do something there, whereas they could mail it in for Bray Cena in a little bit of a way. But I feel like I don't know, could surprise everybody.
Very true.
I agree.
Next we gotta actually we're talking about so much good stuff. We gotta get through these. Okay, pre-show panel: Josh Matthews, Booker T, Alex Riley, Bad News Barrett. We love us some Booker T. What up, Book? And the other guys. Lawler reveals the poll: Roman Reigns 80% of the vote from WWE Universe to face Kane tonight.
If you wanted Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins, I'm afraid I got some bad news.
Yeah. Very true.
Poor Wade Barrett. Where the hell is Wade Barrett? Can somebody?
He's in the panel.
He's on the pre-show panel.
Yeah,
But not on his podium where he belongs.
He belongs in the ring. I don't know if you guys remember, but he's a wrestler. It
Yeah.
has been a long time since we've seen him wrestle.
Listen, I enjoy Mr. Barrett's wrestling ability. With that said, in the name of prolonging his career and yet still being entertaining to me, he can be on that podium of look downitude for the rest of his life, as far as I'm concerned.
But yes, okay. I like the podium. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But they're skipping it a lot lately. We didn't see it tonight. We haven't seen it
This is
very
true.
consistently. Outside of, we did it like 5 times at the last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And then like nothing for a while, and then there was like 1 or 2. I just don't understand.
It seems like they're holding a lot of these storylines of the mid-card guys until after
Yeah.
Mania.
Yeah.
Like with Rusev, with
Right.
now Wade Barrett.
I do kind of like a show that has 52 weeks of programming. It is mind blowing the things that they have to think of every
Yes.
single week and try and figure
Yeah.
out where they're going to fit everything. And then somebody gets hurt, so they have to rewrite. But I do feel that they have kind of made maybe the past 3 years, or I don't know, they've kind of made ever since they stopped doing the shuffle. What was it?
Draft.
Draft. Thank you.
Oh.
Ever since they stopped doing the draft, they've kind of made Raw night after WrestleMania kind of like the new season in a way. So
Yeah.
I think you could be right, Kathy. It could be
Yeah.
Wade Barrett being held off and a few of these other guys getting their chance.
It would
in.
explain the whole Rhodes Brothers thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they didn't want it to be overshadowed.
Maybe they do. Maybe one of them pushes the other out in the Battle Royal, and that starts that feud that we've been looking for.
Could be. Big news, guys. Apparently on the pre-show, thanks to Chris Mingy for sending this in, Raw GM Brad Maddox
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
entered himself into the Andre the Giant Battle
Yep.
Royal.
I saw that, but I thought it was a lie.
Okay.
Nope.
So.
It doesn't.
Cool.
Oh.
I like Brad Maddox.
Hey,
I'm-
remember what Brad Maddox on tonight? He was like, no, it wasn't on the
no,
show.
no, it wasn't.
Why
It
would
was-
you have a pre-show and then not be on the show?
So, let's just enter Vicky and Steph into matches, and then we can have pretty much everyone who's not supposed to be in
Wait,
matches. In
you're
matches.
forgetting about someone else who used to be in charge who could enter himself. I'm gonna be in the Battle Royal match.
Yes.
Oh God! Please let Teddy Long win the Andre the Giant trophy.
Holla, holla, holla.
Oh dear.
So Roman Reigns versus Kane. Roman in control for most of the match. Of course, the Outlaws come down. Then the Shield attacks from behind him. Superman punch to Kane. They all surround Kane, beat the crap out of him. DQ win for Kane. But of course, the Shield get the upper hand going to WrestleMania, which is very interesting.
Turn.
Yeah.
Turn.
Cracks in the Shield.
We don't know what it is.
I mean, given the
My money's
poll,
on Ambrose.
given the poll tonight, I think that Roman comes out of it as a face for sure.
yeah.
And then I don't know. The other two could be a tag. I don't know. I don't think it'll happen immediately. I'm not sure.
No.
I don't know.
Next, we have one of the classic segments in WWE history from one of the greatest performers in WWE history, Rowdy Roddy Piper. We all love the guy, one of the greatest human beings I've had a chance to meet. This is a good Piper's Pit.
Yeah.
Piper was on point on the microphone. He mentioned 29 years ago he was in the main event of the first WrestleMania ever, and one of the men who made WrestleMania what it is, Andre the Giant, of course, talking about the Battle Royal. Then just all hell breaks loose. Miz comes down. He talks. Sheamus comes down. He says, "Oh, bro, kick him." Titus, though.
Yes.
Titus. You wanna
Barked in his face.
Titus don't need a D.
He go, hold up, without the D. I'll tell you who's gonna win. T.I. TUS. I had to think about that for a second.
Might be time for a break, Johnny.
Well, it's a cranberry juice. Then he barks, like you said, he barks in Piper's face.
That was pretty great. I was surprised by that. Every time Piper's in the ring, I feel like no one knows what's coming next. He's just such a loose wire. I
He
love
rolls
it.
with it.
Yes.
Piper can roll with it with the best of them, man, and he did tonight. Like, okay, what comes next, for example? Of course, Ziggler comes down. He's wearing an Andre t-shirt, which I would love to own. He says, I'm going to steal the show this Sunday. And then Piper calls Miz over. He goes, hey, you know what? You're a good kid. I poke. Three Stooges style.
Miz deserved it.
And that starts at Donnybrook, and then all the competitors come down to the ring.
Piper was a little extra slap happy and muppety than I'm used to seeing.
I'm cool with that.
I'm fine with it too.
He was
but
just happy to get that paycheck.
He was just happy to be here. And I'm fine with that, Roddy Piper.
That was a good Piper's Pit. I liked it.
I feel bad for Sheamus. I don't feel like there's anything. It's like they expect him to get a pop when he comes out, but he doesn't necessarily. Ever since he came back, it's been kind of rough waters for him.
Well, they kind of thought that it would be him versus Bryan at WrestleMania, at least at one point.
I know that was a rumor, but
rematch.
I never really thought that was.
I don't know. Well,
it seems stupid.
It was a no-brainer to me that Bryan would have been in the main event at WrestleMania.
Yes.
And they didn't see that either. So, I don't know. But yeah, I do think that Sheamus has been given the Sheamus shaft, and that's no good.
No.
Yeah,
he needs to. Yeah,
He's been given the shillelagh.
he's been given the shillelagh.
He's a beast. He has a unique look.
Yeah.
And he's comfortable on the mic and good in the ring. So I don't really. Him and Barrett are similar to me where they could be doing a lot more with each of them, and they have a unique style to themselves, but they're just kind of like floating about.
I think Sheamus's character, I think the reason why a lot of people may not be behind him so much is that because right now it seems like his character is trying too hard to be likable and cool.
He needs to be more of an arse kicker, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when he left, he was just so over with kids that maybe they brought him back and thought he could just roll right back into that, but it's like the kids forgot, or
The kids already have a hero. His name is John Cena.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of similar to John Cena. And
He's a
In
great
so
dude.
many ways.
Great dude. But I just think the character he's portraying right now, it's almost like trying too hard to be cool and likable.
I will always support a fellow ginger. I love Sheamus.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Right.
yeah,
But the guy needs to be.
he needs something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
needs
agree.
something better. Maybe he'll win the Andre the Giant trophy.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but honestly, I think it's fair game.
Well, according to the Big Show, it's not fair game because he double chokeslammed Ziggler and Ryder and then tosses Rey Mysterio onto everybody.
And all of them fall down? Really?
Well,
They were just
It
shocked.
is called the bowling pin principle of pro wrestling, Kathy Kelly.
No.
If there's one.
she's disagreeing with you already. She's shutting you down.
Fine.
That makes
look
no
back.
sense.
Look back at all the other pro wrestling shows. When there's a mass of humanity and one man jumps into it, they all fall down.
When-
ashes,
Man.
they all fall down.
When it's like 3 guys standing on the floor, I could see it. When it's like 10, not so much.
There were
I
more
didn't
than
say.
He should have just crowd surfed and then walked back up the ramp.
Exactly. That's like a trust fall. That's not.
I must give the disclaimer. I don't think that it should be this way.
No.
But that's wrestling physics.
It was fun.
It's a
Come
good
on.
visual
I'm
effect.
fine
I
with
know.
it.
It was fun. We're all a bunch of children. Let's admit it was fun.
Yeah,
It was fun.
If I were to pull Dale by the arm and not hit the microphone and bring him toward me, he's not going to automatically keep running forever until he hits a set of ropes.
I might. I don't know.
If
I
he
just keep
shocked
running.
like that, then yes, he would.
Honestly,
I'm
Eric-
sorry. Did you?
honestly, Barnes, if
Yeah.
you flung me towards anything, I would keep running. I don't want to come back to you. So,
Exactly.
Truth.
Well, I would hope that you would stop and not like run into
nope, not
a
turning,
car,
not
a
turning
train,
around.
Anything that was in your path.
Another this Ray
Momentum
thing
carry?
though was another heel kind of move done by a face character.
Yeah, it was weird.
The Shades of Grey situation again. But I kind of liked the interaction though. I mean, him and Big Show are friends, so I thought it was a good. But I don't really understand it.
Yeah, they were a tag team for a short while.
Yeah.
Why did that just stop?
I don't know.
They're
I
not
think-
really doing anything.
I honestly
as
think
singles.
there's always something going on with Ray. Is how I figure it. It's either injury or there's like a contract coming up. But I think he re-signed.
How do you
or
solve a
whatever.
problem like Rey Mysterio?
I love Ray. I don't know. He hasn't really. He came back and has just been in a series of like multi-man matches. He had a couple of single competitions, but
I just think Ray at this point, I don't think I think he's gonna basically kind of just put guys over. That's what his role is now.
I mean, that's how Jericho was. Every time he came back, he would just put guys over. But Ray's not even really putting guys over.
Well, Ray's never been a hawker, you know?
Yeah.
And at this point, his moveset is what it is. How many times will you get excited to see the same exact moveset?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is.
And he can't really do too terribly much else because his knees are screwed.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's put himself through so much, and he's
Yeah.
had such an amazing career.
They're really missing a
So-
high flyer though right now.
I know, that's the thing. And they don't let Sin Cara do much in the ring.
Yeah.
Where's Evan Bourne? What's going on?
I mean,
That's-
he's
I've
been
been wondering
medically
that for a
cleared,
long
I
time.
thought, a while ago.
He was cleared a while ago.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe they'll bring up Adrian Neville soon to fill that
Yeah.
void since he
Well,
is the NXT champion right now.
He's got, but they're not going to drop the belt that quick.
No. I'd say maybe in like 3-4 months.
There is also some talk of Prince David from New Japan joining WWE.
Oh, Prince Devitt? Yeah.
Yeah, he's that's the rumor.
Yeah, they're talking. I don't know. I just want Scooby-Doo and the gang in the Scooby-Doo WWE sequel. Maybe that will be the mystery. Whatever happened to
Evan Bourne?
Evan Bourne.
Or that's who did it. Like, Evan Bourne.
I know I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids.
I don't know. At least
fire!
Evan Bourne is awesome though. He always entertains.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy. So
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe him or Tyson Kidd will be in the Battle Royal.
Maybe.
you kind of
Wishful
know. though.
thinking.
You kind of know.
I want him back.
Yeah, I feel like Tyson Kidd would have more of a shot since he's on Total Divas.
At least doing something.
part-time.
You know?
Yeah.
Very true.
Come back, Evan Bourne.
The main event of Raw, Randy Orton versus Batista in a no DQ match. Steph and Triple H on commentary. The Viper very aggressive early on. How aggressive? Well, he almost takes out a 5-year-old kid with a chair.
And then tells him,
That was
"Back up, child."
classic.
So good.
Classic Orton.
For the
Very
podcast listeners, we did a like dusting of the
shoot,
fingers.
poo-poo.
Like, shoo.
poo yourself.
A Downton Abbey, that'll be all.
Yeah, thank you. Very similar to 2 weeks ago when he's like, "There's no bell to ring."
I love this Orton. Give me the Orton that interacts with individual members of the crowd.
Doesn't care.
Yes. Yeah.
I loved it. Loved Orton. Then out of nowhere, Daniel Bryan attacks Triple H at the announcer's table. Orton grabs him, slams him into the stairs. Spear by Batista on Orton. Running knee on Batista. And then the flying goat on Triple H. Kendo sticks galore. Drop kicks Orton. Daniel Bryan standing tall as Raw goes off the air, which is weird.
Gold.
Well, it was a good spot, but yeah, now you're nervous that he's not gonna be victorious on Sunday.
there are
Although, you know,
there's a lot of swerves coming in this match, double match, whatever. I feel like maybe they're doing this to throw you off and get you nervous, but he wasn't even there last week, so he had to have come
And
up.
there's also time on SmackDown.
yeah,
to
he
do
could always get
something.
beaten on SmackDown somehow.
Or main event since they're trying to push that.
Or main event,
Yeah.
which you can see, or in my case, not see Sheamus versus Miz
Well,
live on main event.
sure. Yeah, there is going to be a new SmackDown, huh?
Yeah, because Hulk Hogan will be there.
Yeah.
I think it might have a couple of matches, but it'll probably be like clips and
It
build
won't
up.
move the storyline forward
Yeah.
that much.
It'll be filler and then hype.
Yeah, we can't.
To be fair, that's what this show was,
True.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
to a point.
And-
but at least it was new matches and stuff. I mean, last I
Yeah.
can recall, SmackDown pre-Mania is filled with a lot of pre-roll type of. The Undertaker and Brock have had a history, you know. and that
Well,
kind of
yeah, I mean, for the main stuff, I'm sure.
This week
yeah.
on Raw.
stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Previously on Raw.
I mean, the way Raw went off the air, you have to wonder, is there anything on SmackDown that could be done? I mean, is Daniel Bryan just going to get beat up backstage? I don't know.
That could pretty much be it.
I think Kathy's right. I don't think it progressed that at all. I think.
Yeah.
It wouldn't progress it, but it would offset the unwritten rules of wrestling booking.
Yeah.
But in this reality era, I feel like they could do something like that where they do
Yeah.
that intentionally to get you worried. And
This,
then,
yeah, that's certainly true.
yeah, we'll see.
That is certainly true.
There is that theory online of like Vince McMahon getting involved. Like Triple H gets himself to win somehow in a dirty way, and then Vince pops back out and makes it a 4-way or whatever.
Yeah.
So there could be some fun stuff going down. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I've become almost more invested in Daniel Bryan beating Triple H as opposed to Daniel Bryan becoming WWE World Heavyweight Champion at this point.
Okay.
Maybe because I saw that happen at SummerSlam. I don't know.
Yeah, that was so short-lived.
And the entire promo, or that promo package, the whole time was like, yeah, I beat Foley, I beat Booker, I beat all these other heroes. Is it real? And the whole purpose is saying Daniel Bryan is just another one. Why do all that build up and not get the payoff of Bryan being the guy to dethrone?
If you look at
the King of Kings,
Triple H's WrestleMania record, though, he has a lot of losses at WrestleMania. He's stared up at those stars quite a few times.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I guess that's why we're all going to watch.
Yeah, this is true.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe it's time to put our... Oh, Dale, do we know... I know people want to meet up with us at WrestleMania. Are we doing Access? What's the plan?
Yeah, we'll have... just find us at Access. Really, we'll be there Friday night and Saturday
There's
during
only
the
going
day.
to be thousands of people. Just find us at Access.
Just find us.
And we'll give our predictions since they won't be here to do the prediction show with Christian and all of them.
We're going to try and call in, but we'll see how it works.
Yeah. Dale and I will tweet somewhere, because we're probably going to be doing interviews and whatnot at Access, so we'll tweet where we're going to be exactly, maybe. Yeah, we'll tweet that, so be on your phones. If you're from England, get a prepaid cell phone. I don't know. How England, how are they going to do it?
They can sort it out. That's for them to figure out.
Yeah.
Get on that Wi-Fi. What? It's
Borrow
free.
someone's phone.
Skype phone call.
We're going to be at Access, though.
We'll tweet it out.
Put yourself over.
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelly. You can find me here doing a bunch of different shows.
And need I remind you, Johnny, once again, you have promised a slap before the end of the show.
Almost forgot.
Okay. You put yourselves over. We'll do the slaps.
I'm warming up my hands.
Fair enough. Just wanted to bring that up.
Put yourself over.
Sorry.
Let's tone the music down a little bit.
You can follow me on Twitter at @EricBarnes. And I will be watching WrestleMania along with everybody else, and you can tweet along with me as I watch it.
Beautiful. Dale!
I am the Walking Dale on Twitter and Instagram, and you can also find Johnny and myself at the Wrestling Compadre Slamcast on Nerdist.com. You can find us at Wrestling Buds, and we will have the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Oh, we're letting it out of the bag now.
on this upcoming show.
We have him on this week at Wrestling Buds. Follow us. We're also doing a giveaway, so you want to follow us. And we're going to be at WrestleMania, and we're going to meet people at Jay Quasto, but more importantly, at Wrestling Buds, Dale and I, and our friends. Kathy's been on. Barnsley's going to be on at some point, so just do it.
Heck yeah.
So are we going to do some slaps and some yeses to get into WrestleMania mode?
Yes!
All right.
Yes! Yes!
I'm doing this for you guys. You want to do it over here?
Yes.
All right. And then, Steven, after a million whatever slaps, you could just go to whatever.
Am I doing 3?
Good direction.
Where do we do it? Right here?
Well, Dale, you and I are on play-by-play
what
now.
camera?
We're on commentary.
All right.
That one's on them.
No.
Kathy looking stunning in her dress. She's got the Kathys.
How many?
Johnny?
Take off my rings.
Oh, thanks for taking off the ring.
Johnny looking relieved that rings are going to be taken off of Kathy's
took
fingers.
off her ring because she's polite. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, this is gonna suck.
Here we go.
3?
Johnny's manning up.
Oh! Yes!
Other way? Other side?
Whatever.
Oh, yes!
Yes!
It's a slap!
Enjoy WrestleMania, everybody.
Phil Svitek and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. Back up!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.